Motorola 68K. Спасибо большое за донат.
Do you like white noise?
Do I ever?
Послушаем.
But I wonder what happens if you put a blast beat on it. Seriously, somebody stop him!
Как делать
And that's how
Noisecore?
Noisecore was made.
Ну, я так понимаю, просто взять все инструменты и хуярить по ним, и при этом так, чтобы еще и как можно больше было ненужных звуков всяких, которые в обычной музыке считаются плохими.
Noisecore is exactly what you think it is when you hear the name for the first time. It takes the basic elements of grindcore and makes it even more raw, chaotic, and lo-fi, which considering grindcore is a feat to be sure. But this grindcore bastard child is not your regular crybaby with daddy issues. This genre is untamed, extremely wild, and unpredictable. Noisecore came around the same time as grindcore during the tape trading days.
Я музыкалку, я ходил, не закончил.
Would just record their grindcore song on a tape recorder and accidentally leave the gain on max.
Why don't you just go to a studio and make non-shite music?
But this one goes to 12. It's basically grindcore with no mixing, no filters, no limiter, and no boundaries. It's like danger music, but the only real danger is to your speakers if you got the volume too high up. Some notable bands are Tranquilizer, 7 Minutes of Nausea, Sore Throat, Anal Cunt, and a bunch of other bands I've never heard of, but all of you will gladly remind me they exist in the comment section. I also know Japan has a massive noise rock scene, but let's name dropping more fun facts! If you take Napalm Death You Suffer into your DAW, add a distortion, garage reverb, and increase the volume, it becomes the blueprint for every Noisecore song ever. But that's the easy tutorial, and I'm gonna give you the unabridged abridged guide. Starting with the band name, you need something that will stand out, but it's so disgusting that no one can talk about you without getting weird looks at a party.
Yeah, I'm in a band. We're in a pretty famous band called Anal Grenade. Yeah, I think we're gonna get pretty big now. Like, we have a new album coming out, Death of 1,000 Fetuses. Yeah, we got a new song, Hitting Grandma Part 2. I think it's gonna be a smash hit.
Так, ну давай.
My mom loves it.
If you can, find a way to add that anti-music logo into your band name. For the album cover, find an artist who can draw something horrid on the cheap. Oh my god, that's gonna give me nightmares. Alternatively, find some photos and add that pencil effect on it. Then just slap your band name all over it.
It's not working!
But now for the music! Well, since the music literally just sounds like it's being played inside a garbage can and has no music theory at all, we're just gonna learn some basic noise terminology. I call them explosions and stabs. Those are not the official names, but for the sake of brevity, let's just use those as a quick example. The explosion is basically the band playing at the same time to get that powerful punch, but it's mostly just a blast beat that's been deep fried. Stabs is when the band plays something rhythmically and then pauses in between. For example, you can play 3 stabs, pause, 4 stabs, pause, then roll a dice or 2 for some new stab number. And then you got a song. Noisecore musicians also use samples, not only movie dialogue, but sometimes music samples to add a comical tone to their tracks. If you're expecting something along the lines of music theory, good luck. Most Noisecore bands just repeat these 2 elements, like there's nothing I can hear in these songs that give a good indication of what they're actually playing. But yeah, clearly Noisecore musicians know more than I do, like...
I say, this Noisecore sure is swell, is it not, my friend?
Oh yeah, you can clearly hear this is a $3,000 Les Paul guitar. You can hear it through the string clutter.
Also, you can hear that the cymbals are made of the finest mammoth tusk.
Indeed.
Вот так люди и слушают Noisecore. На самом деле, именно так и выглядят настоящие поклонники Noisecore. Сидят, выслушивают дерево в гитаре за
$3000. But for the most part, several Noisecore bands don't write lyrics.
Зачем там слова? Там нужно, смотри. Вот и все слова.
Even I can do it. Observe. Step 1. Scream. Step 2. Echo this action until the end of the piece. You can also add the screams on explosions and stabs to further add more impact. But again, there's no dynamics, so good luck. If you have a basement with a drum set and a guitar amp, then you're already way ahead of me. Just get 3 friends to play and record on your phone. But I'm an antisocial loner with no musical friends. Or a basement. Oh well, software it is. Oh, software, never leave me.
Well,
now you're just teasing me. Noisecore musicians also like to keep their songs short. And I know I keep saying that. This extreme genre has short songs and I end up writing a 1.5-minute long song. But this time, I'm gonna follow the song length and keep my song under 30 seconds.
Правильно.
But I also don't want the video to be 95% tutorial. So I wrote 8 songs. 1 intro, 6 tracks, and an outro. Before we start the tutorial, let me explain my thought process. For track 1, I wanted to add voice sample that served as an opener, so I sampled the Grinch. More specifically, the noise. Get it? It's noise. Then I just recorded my washing machine and added layers upon layers of effects.
Ебать. В принципе, уже нормально.
Then I tapped on my guitar with some delay to create a nice atmosphere for an opener. Which got lost in the mix, but screw it. For song 1 and 2, I did some stabs and explosions. For track 3, I sampled Giant Step. But to avoid copyright, I used the MIDI version. Moved it a few steps up and used a cheap piano and clarinet for the instruments. Then I just threw in some random explosions.
Что-то он слишком хорошо делает.
All high effort shitposting. Track 4, 5, 6.
Видос, после которого подписался, был видос про отрыгу, почти научился. Красава, брат. Думаю, надо снова что-то еще такое делать.
Set the tempo to fast. Well, that works too, I guess. As long as it's over 200. Get your drum minion and find a good drum set. Appreciate it while it sounds good. Remove some cymbals and toms. You don't need that much clutter. Now add distortion on the drum set and set the dry wet to somewhere in the middle. For the guitar, add a distortion pedal and all the gain! Turn off the gate and regret that decision.
My ears are bleeding.
Optional, add bass, add distortion pedal, all the gain! For vocals, follow the steps and never go astray from the formula. Okay, this next step is very important. Do you see that thing on the volume that turns red when it hits the roof? That means you're doing it right. Okay, now get composing. Do all the fun stuff. Explosions, stabs, scream. All the fun stuff. In between the stabs, keep that sweet, sweet guitar feedback. After composing, add your extra stuff. White noise, movie dialogue. More noise stuff. Musical samples, and your dignity. Shit, I lost my dignity. Wait, mixing? Ha! And now you have your first couple of Noisecore songs. Feel free to add as many as possible.
Слушаем.
Anyway, time for the embarrassment.
Not dark enough. А неплохо, кстати, вышло. Не очень. Недостаточно нойз. Умер от спермы смертью. От смерти спермой. Умер от смерти спермой. Нет, смерть умершего от спермы. Ну нет, слишком хорошо звучит. Я уже не помню. Я поржал. я, конечно... У меня появились некие убеждения относительно YouTube, я бы так сказал.
Congratulations! You are a top-tier garage rockin' noise-making overly unpolished noisecore artist. Now publish those songs on Bandcamp and watch those plays increase and let your fan base try to find a deeper meaning that isn't there.
Oh, hell yeah. Any day now. What?
The end!
Ну, честно, такой видос. Он забавный, прикольненький, но не очень, правда.